I'll be teaching you how to take, edit, and share photos from your phone to the best of my ability. And we're gonna teach you how to go at it like a pro. So with high quality camera, you don't need to be a professional photographer, or have a fancy camera to take high quality pictures. If anything, there's a lot of simple tricks that we can use to enhance your photo taking skills. And that's using grid lines, setting focus, adjusting your lighting, even using self timer or going on to panorama mode. So for grid lines or rule of thirds, it's breaking down your camera into thirds where the points of interest are along the lines of your photo to be more balanced or leveled or visually appealing. When the subject is positioned off center, the camera will become more dynamic. On iPhone, you can find grid line settings. In your settings, you look up camera or photos in camera, and there should be a switch labeled grid. And then on a Samsung, you can launch your camera app, go on to settings, scroll down, and there should be an option to turn on grid lines. Settings, focus, and adjusting lighting to avoid any blurry or over or underexposed photos. You set your focus and simply tap on the subject you want to focus on. After tapping, yellow square should come up labeled AE or AF lock, and that will change your mobile camera's exposure, lighting levels, if you slowly slide the finger up or down onto the scale while it's being locked, which I can show later. The sliding up or down will create either more or less brightness. To lock exposure, you would tap and hold the part of an image for a few seconds, and that will enable the AE to AF lock, which will be yellow. And you can move the camera to another location while the exposure would remain the same. And to reset it, you would just press anywhere onto the screen again. For iPhones, you'd have a 4S or later, I mean. For iOS 7 or 8, you would use your finger to scroll to the bottom bar on the phone until it says Pano. There should be a variety of little options on the bottom. And for an iPhone iOS 6, on the camera, there would be an options to turn on panorama mode, and you can take panoramas from left to right or vice versa. And as for Androids, you must have a Samsung Galaxy S3 or later, or a camera mode to panorama. And you can take panoramas again from side to side, or this one would be up and down. Panoramas, you tap the shuttle button to begin a panorama shot, and you'd slowly move the camera horizontally along the path displayed on your screen. And you would have to keep your phone steady and on the same level the entire time to capture the whole shot. And you can move all the way to the end of the space allowed, or you can stop your panorama at any time by tapping the shuttle button again. So as for self-timers, for iPhone, you would launch the camera app, tap on the time icon at the top of your screen, choose between at least 3 to 10 seconds, and then press the shuttle button. And for Androids, you would launch the camera app, go to settings, scroll down and switch the timer option to on, and choose between 2 to 5 or 10 seconds, and then press the shuttle button again. This option comes in handy if you want to take a picture of yourself, but don't have anyone to take it. So you put a timer and set your phone to wherever position you'd like and go in front of the camera and pose. For other tips, you'd like to avoid zooming in on your subject. It will make the picture appear grainy or pixelated, and you'd rather like to get closer instead. You can also crop the photo later on if you'd like. You can also use natural lighting as it would appear better, and you can always fix the exposure later on. And you could find different perspectives by using unique angles. And always clean your phone lens with a soft handkerchief before taking a photo to get rid of any lint or dust to appear in your camera. Photo editing apps and how to use them. So photo editing can come in handy when photos don't turn out quite how you'd imagine. We'll review later on some basic photo editing apps that you can easily use to edit your photos. A variety of these apps would allow you to make a photo appear brighter if it comes out too dark, or correct red eye that appears when you use your flash. You can crop photos to reframe or to cut something out, and more. For iPhones, iPads, or others, the photo app allows you to use different basic editing tools. If you're looking to do simple recoloring or cropping or adjusting, you may not need to look beyond what is already built into your phone. And you can start editing. All you need to do is click edit on the top right of your phone and choose to do your own coloring or selecting filters. And you can also crop and straighten up your photos. As for Mac, your Mac computer's photo app offers you the same basic editing tools as your phone with more capabilities and ease. To start editing, all you need to do is click edit on the top right-hand corner of your photo screen. Choose to do your own coloring with tons of different editing options or selecting more filters. Crop and straightening up your photos. And you can also do simple retouching with iPhoto, allowing you to fix small blemishes on photos. It really helps that a lot of these are labeled with more options as well. Not much to look for, so it helps a lot. And for Google Photos, for an Android device, Google Photos built in or downloadable on any device, which offers basic editing tools as well. To begin editing, all you need to do is click on an icon on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Choose to do your own coloring with tons of different editing options and selecting filters. And you can also crop and straighten up your photos. For Windows Photos, which is built into your Windows computers, you can easily crop, rotate, and add filters and automatically enhance your photos. You can start by selecting an edit and create option at the top of your screen on the photo you'd like to edit. Select edit and then select either crop and rotate, filters, or adjustments. Use these features to tweak light, color, or fix clarity, remove any red eyes. And you can use these to make minor changes or touch up any blemishes in the option of adjustments using red eye or spot fix. As for Instagram, if you'd like to post any photos to your Instagram, you have the option in the app to edit different filters or coloring you'd like to adjust. When you click through to post your photo, you will see a variety of editing options and filters that's provided. You can use what's called a magic wand at the top of the screen to do an auto adjust, meaning Instagram would do adjustments to your photos to look better, brighter. It provide more texture as well. Snapspeed is a pretty extensive app. You can start by clicking open in the top left-hand corner of the app. Here you would select your photo from your gallery, and you can use looks to select filters or use tools to choose from the many options that the app provides. And you'd select certain areas of the screen to isolate and edit. You can add text and frames to your photos, and all the basic cropping and rotating and adjustments can be used in this app. A layout is also an app dedicated solely to making digital photo collages. One of the most simple ones is provided by Instagram, a separate app that you can look for. You'd simply select the photos you want to use in a collage and then select the layout you would like them to be displaced in. And when you're happy with your collage, it can be uploaded directly onto your social media, Facebook, Instagram, or you can save it onto your gallery. And to share photos, after editing your photos, you can share them with friends and family onto social media over text or by email. And to view your photos, you launch your photo from the gallery app, choose the picture you want to share, and click on the shared icons seen on the screen. And you can text, WhatsApp, or email it to a specific person, share it on Instagram, Facebook, or Snapchat. You can also save onto Google Drive. It gives you a variety of options. You can also airdrop, which is directly sent wirelessly onto another device if allowed. I'll share a live demo. Settings. Right here on the search bar, you can find a camera option. You choose this one. You can look through a whole bunch of options it provides you with, from frames, which would increase your quality of the photo, or slow motion, which would be for videos. And here you can toggle a grid, which would simply turn on a whole bunch of grid lines. So I can use my little lizard who's gonna help me with this. Here you can see she is in the middle of the grid line, or even in between, where she can use a few different options, or here on the side, you know? So I'll take a picture here after clicking on the button. So you'd edit a button. And here you have a few different options. In this one, you can crop, say I want it a little bigger, I can zoom into the photo, or I can use here, which is a few different options to crop, do an automatic cropping for me. You can choose square, make it bigger, and you can also crop it to your liking like that, which would provide more grid lines on its own. You can also choose between more of these, which is usually this one I like more because it provides you with more space. And here you also have the options to change from exposure, brilliance, highlights, a lot of different coloring options. So settings, say I want it to be a little darker in between, you choose negative. And for brilliance, I want only certain parts to be a little brighter. For highlights, I want her color to stand out, so it'd be more negative color. And shadows, you could change from a more background detailed or more adjustable brightness. And any dark features would be enhanced in contrast, so they look like that. Anything really. Or in this middle part, filters, it can choose a filter for you, which you can also adjust to your liking. If you want it that color but not so strong, you can always put a negative style. Or if you want that color in general, you can put it at its highest level. It gives you a variety of options in your Photos app, which really comes in handy to choose from. And it gives you more That's about it.